Welcome to the Inject Creativity live show. My name is Rob the Robot from the Adobe Education team. This is a free online show for primary, secondary and post-secondary educators interested in enhancing digital literacy, communication and creativity in the teaching and learning process. Here are your hosts, Dr. Tim Kitchen and Aaron Raithke.
Thanks, Rob, and welcome to the Inject Creativity live show, a show based on encouraging digital creativity in all curriculum areas and levels with the help of Adobe tools. But on this particular episode, not really the help of the internet where I am. I'm having all sorts of connection issues at the moment, so I do apologize if this isn't the smoothest of the productions that we've ever put forward. Welcome, Aaron.
Thanks, Tim, and a special welcome to everyone joining us live, hiccups and all, and those watching on demand via the Adobe for Education YouTube channel or the Australasian Adobe for Education Facebook group for this, the 72nd episode of Inject Creativity Live, being recorded in August 2022.
For those of you who are with us live, we do encourage you to say hi, share where you are from, and add comments in the chat throughout the show. We've actually got someone special helping us, haven't we, Aaron, with that?
We do indeed. We've got Tim Cosgrove from Canada in the background monitoring our chat, and he will share the most relevant comments as they come in.
And we want to thank Tim for getting up super early in the morning in Canada and being part of our inner sanctum here on the Inject Creativity live show. Let's officially start this episode with an acknowledgement of country. We respect and honour all Indigenous people from the lands we reach out to during We respect and honour all Indigenous people from the lands we reach out to during this event. We acknowledge their stories, traditions and living cultures. We acknowledge them as the first educators and the first creatives, and we commit to building a brighter future together. Well, I'm coming to you from Wurundjeri land in the Kulin Nation, otherwise known as Melbourne, Victoria, Australia.
And I'm coming to you from the country of the Jagera, Yugara and Agurapul people from the area otherwise known as Brisbane, Queensland, Australia.
And let's welcome our Techie Whiz and Adobe Senior Customer Success Manager, Jerry Wong, to the stage. Hello, Jerry.
Hi, everyone. I'm coming to you from the home of the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, otherwise known as Sydney, New South Wales. We have lots happening this episode, including from Adobe Education Leader Michelle Dennis from Haileybury.
And Adobe Education Leader Emeritus Brett Salakis, who is the Hewlett-Packard Education Ambassador, he's also going to be with us to have a chat about EduTech.
Tim's going to do another Adobe Express demo.
I'm hoping I will.
I can do it if you can't. We'll do it. It's all good.
We'll be promoting the APAC Adobe Education Summit in September.
We'll also be sharing a number of Adobe-related education resources and professional learning opportunities for you to take back to your schools, universities, and other places of learning.
We do hope you enjoy this session.
And if you do, please share it with your colleagues and wider education networks via the Adobe for Education YouTube channel.
You're watching Inject Creativity Live with Tim Kitchen and Aaron Raithke.
It's not easy doing it with a lag, so I'm hoping the recording is just seamless. But
it's fine, Tim. It's about a 2-second lag, so...
Oh, there you go. We can all put up with that. Well, let's meet our special guest presenter for this episode, and welcome back to the show, Adobe Education Leader Michelle Dennis.
Michelle, welcome back. For those who have not met you before, tell us about your role at Haileybury.
Well, I'm lucky enough to be head of digital at Haileybury, which is one of the biggest schools in the Southern Hemisphere, which means I get to play with lots of different toys and work across ELC to Year 12 with about 4,000 students. So I'm very lucky.
Very big school, yeah.
Michelle, tell us about what you'll be sharing this episode.
Well, I'm going to be sharing a little bit about how you can use Adobe libraries to make your life a lot easier and get that style consistent across everything you and your whole team work on.
Fantastic. Thanks, Michelle. And we are looking forward to hearing back from you very soon.
Clara here from the Adobe Education team. I lead our global educator community programs, and thank you for watching Inject Creativity Live. If you haven't already, be sure to check out the Adobe Creative Educator program, which you can check out below at adobe.ly/ACE.
Well, let's welcome Adobe Education Leader Emeritus Brett Salakis to the stage. He's also Hewlett-Packard's Education Ambassador. Brett is going to chat to us about the coming EduTech conference. But first, Brett, last week you presented at the International Adobe Education Summit. How did that go? You're on mute there, Brett. Have we muted you, or have you muted yourself?
Upstairs for thinking,
There
downstairs
we
for dancing. Here we go. Yes, we did go after a couple of years of COVID. We'll be used to unmuting when we wanted to be able to talk.
Hey,
but,
we can keep
no
playing live
problem.
stream bingo for the rest of the episode. It's all good.
That's it. Look, your mic's off. No, Tim, it was fantastic. Like a really, really quality sort of session. So the Adobe Summit the other day, it was only a week ago now, but it ran, because it was an international summit, so it was all purely online. I think that they actually had some people in person presenting in California. So I think there were some in-person things happening over in the States. But there were people presenting from all over the world. So you had Dom Trainer, who I know that you've had on this show quite a few times. So we had people from the UK, obviously people from Australia, New Zealand, Asia, and obviously North America and whatnot. So all the continents were represented. But it was a high energy, really good quality presentations. But I'm excited not only for that, because there was a lot of great learning, but I'm excited because we've got the APAC Summit coming up in September as well. So as much as it's fun to learn online, to actually be able to get face-to-face and meet and learn, that's going to be something magical soon happening in September. Am I right?
Hey, Brett, absolutely. And we'll talk about the APAC Summit soon. I'm going to put Tim Cosgrove on the spot because I happen to know that Tim enjoyed quite a few of the sessions from last week's summit. So, Tim, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to bring you up to the stage now. And even though he's in the background working hard, looking at the comments, let's bring him up all the way from Canada. Takes a bit longer to come up from Canada. But, Tim, what did you think of the summit last week?
I just thought it was such a wonderful opportunity, for educators around the world to get together and participate in some wonderful learning. As Brett said there just a moment ago, it was high-powered, but there was a lot of good practical sessions that I came across. There was one in Adobe Express, for example. He had to design a book cover, and then you had about 30 minutes to get it done. So it was high, focusing and getting the creative art completed and then posting it up. So it was a wonderful experience. So thank you, Tim.
Well, Tim and Brett, we'll just let everyone know, if you registered for the International Summit, you would already know how to get access to a lot of the recordings. But the good news is, if you didn't register, because it was a Northern Hemisphere event, and so it was in the middle of the night for most of us, the best of the content is coming onto the Adobe for Education YouTube channel. I had verification from that from Clara Galan just yesterday, and that's all in the process of happening as we speak. So very soon we'll be able to get in touch with the best of that summit from the Adobe for Education YouTube channel. So thank you, Tim. I'm going to take you
there now.
Oh, wonderful. I'm going to take you away from the stage for the moment.
That was seamless. That was seamless. Very impressive.
Good. All right, Erin, you've got a question for Brett, I think.
I do. So for those who don't know about EduTech, did you want to explain a little bit about what it's all about?
Look, EduTech is it's pretty exciting. As far as conventions go and opportunities to get together, I think it's the largest by far in Australia from as I understand it. So I think at its peak, like in pre-COVID days, they used to get about 10,000 odd teachers coming along to it. So it'd be interesting to see after 2 years of virtual events that what we will have there in person this year, and I think that's part of the excitement. Like it's a little bit of that unknown. It's a little bit of that mysterious sort of energy. It's great to be able to come face to face again. I was actually talking to one of the ladies who actually is putting together the events, and she said to me she's got 600 something individual speakers, and a number of those speakers are presenting multiple times. So you're looking at the best part of almost 1,000 different workshops happening over 2 days. Like the opportunities for learning and the opportunity to find what fits your area of interest. I think that's really unique. So I know I'm particularly in my role, I'm going to be sort of leading one of the congresses. So I'll be chairing one of the congresses. So I'll be chairing like the ICTE congresses. So that's a little bit more focused on some of the CIOs and some of the IT managers. So it's going to get a little bit more techie, and we're going to talk about cybersecurity, and we're going to get into some of the back end of some of the conversations. But I know my good friend Annabelle Ashbury, who actually, Tim, I think you've met her before, because I know Adobe is pretty popular on the ABC. So Annabelle, she's chairing the Teaching and Learning Congress. So and I think there's 4 different congresses all up. So the amount of opportunity to find something that fits you is going to be particularly special. What I did want to say, though, from an Adobe point of view, I actually was doing my research, Aaron and Tim, just before this came online. I lost count at how many Adobe-centric workshops are being run too. So if you are particularly focused on Adobe, there are a whole stack of hands-on tools where you can come learn today, learn at the actual session, and put those ideas in practice in your classroom the following day. So I think it's going to be great, and I'm really looking forward to being face-to-face and meeting some people again.
Yep, just absolutely. To verify, Brett, as well, just checking, there's Annabelle Asprey that you mentioned. This is Head of Education at ABC.
Head of Education at ABC. So
I'll pop her Twitter handle into the chat as well, just so that people
give
can
her a big
follow
shout
her.
Out.
Yeah.
She's a great person to follow, because she actually puts out a lot. If you do actually connect with her on social media, she puts out a lot of the really high quality resources that the ABC tend to use for education. So if you follow her, you'll be able to get the inside scoop on a lot of information. Sorry, Jim.
Definitely someone we need to have on the show too. Michelle Dennis tapped me on the shoulder the other day saying we've got to get her as a guest on the show. So we're going to try and do that, and that'll be great to introduce her to our community who may not be aware of her. Now, Brett, we've actually had over 15,000 at EduTech in the past. We're expecting about 10,000 this year. Closely followed this week is actually EduTech Indonesia. And I'm presenting at EduTech Indonesia tomorrow, believe it or not. So I'm looking forward to that session. They're a little bit jealous. They haven't got quite the numbers that we've got, but they're getting pretty close to it. So there's a bit of competition now between the different Asian countries and EduTech, which seems pretty amazing. But Adobe is a gold sponsor this year, so we will be doing a couple of formal sessions. We're going to do a plenary session. I'm not sure, Jerry, why we've got the APAC Summit banner there, so I'll get you to take that off, including a plenary session and a breakout session. So we're looking forward to doing that. What else are we doing, Erin?
Adobe will also have a booth near the center of the expo area, and that's going to have over 20 formal and informal demos from AELs and Adobe solution consultants.
And Brett, you've already sort of covered just about everything as to why we should go. The big announcement is that the expo area, which I think, Erin, you're about to talk about, the expo area is actually free of charge. You don't have to pay, because it's pretty expensive to get an EduTech ticket. But tell us a bit more about, Erin, tell us a bit more about the ticket situation.
No worries at all. So don't forget that the expo area at EduTech is going to be free of charge. I did pop the link into the chat for all of our different broadcast locations for Facebook, for Twitter, for YouTube, so that you can get a link to that. A limited number of free all-access passes are also available for listeners of this show. So email Tim Kitchen at kitchen@adobe.com if you are interested. Remember, it's first in, best dressed. That's kitchen@adobe.com.
Thanks, Erin, and thanks, Brett.
On that, I'll steal 30 more seconds if that's okay. I was going to say, that vendor floor, as Tim was saying, so there's a lot of presentations. You don't just have to get into the actual the keynotes and the formal breakouts. On the vendor floor, you see lots of presentations. Obviously, there'll be Adobe presentations. And I'll put on my HB hat for just one quick moment, if you allow me. HP have got the coffee cart this year down at Edutech. So if you want to come and grab a free coffee, come over, tell them Brett sent you, get a coffee, and then come back to the Adobe the Adobe stall and get some learning as well.
Brett, will they still get a free coffee if they don't say Brett sent me?
Well, maybe you can get a bonus one. Maybe you can get one with a bit of extra sugar if you say Brett sent you. I think.
All right, so get at Edutech, get involved in Edutech. Is going to be wonderful.
You're watching Inject Creativity Live.
Well, I'm kind of hoping that stinger worked because it didn't work for me at my end.
It did. It came through loud and clear, Tim. Have confidence in the process. It's coming through for us.
Good to hear. I'm having all sorts of issues. Let's see how this one goes. I'm just going to share my screen for the moment.
Coming through loud and clear.
I was speaking at the History Teachers Association of Victoria conference. I just want to bring up a quick image of what we did there. We ran a workshop on creating infographics and working. Actually, it was more of a video-focused workshop at that particular conference. Working with Character Animator, working with Adobe Express, the video side, and also Premiere Rush. And then this teacher came up to me afterwards and said, "Oh, I'm loving Adobe Timeline." I thought, Adobe Timeline? Is that a new app that I haven't even come across? Am I about to hear about an Adobe app for the first time by this history teacher? And we looked it up, and sure enough, there is. It's not actually a separate app. It's part of Adobe Express. And what it is a whole set of timeline templates. So if you do a search in the search engine area at the top of your Adobe Express dashboard, as I call it, let's do a search for timeline. As you can see, the fact that it's very jumpy is the issues that I'm having at the moment, but it's going to come up with a bunch, hopefully, a bunch of templates that relate to timelines, although these ones are more than just timelines, aren't they? There's lots of different grocery items. I'm going to change that from timeline in 2 words to timeline with 1 word and do another search and see if we get more history-related ones.
Keywords are king when it comes to searches with so many resources available.
This is what I was hoping to show you. So as we scroll through, we can see a whole range of templates that relate to doing timelines. Now, as a history teacher, this is amazing because you're teaching timelines and you're wanting students to create timelines on different parts of history over the journey. So there's a whole range of creative timelines that you can work with. Just like with any of our templates, you click on the one that you like. Once you click on it, it then goes into editable mode. And if you've ever created any poster or flyer or graphic with Adobe Express, you know how simple it is to change the text, to change the icons, to add icons, to add pictures, add stickers, to do all sorts of exciting things with Adobe Express. And the fact that this is only just opening up for me now, well, I'm not going to go any further with this particular demo because of the issues I'm having with the internet right now.
No worries, Tim. I just did it and it opened up lickety-split.
Nice. Excellent. All right. So that is the timeline templates with Adobe Express. Well worth sharing with your history teachers and or any other educated primary teachers that might be teaching anything that relates to timelines. And I think we're about to hear from our illustrious global education leader, Ben Forte.
Hi, Ben Forte here, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at the APAC Adobe Education Summit.
Did hear, but only partially. So hopefully we're doing all right. So
it was fine.
Terrific. Let's talk about the Education Summit.
Now, the 2022 APAC Adobe Education Summit is happening on Wednesday, the 28th of September.
If you haven't done so already, please register via adobe.ly/APAC-edu-summit22.
It's going to be a great event, so please do join us.
And to encourage us, we're actually going to be hearing from Clara at the summit as well, but Clara's got a little message for us.
Clara here from the Adobe Education team. I lead our global educator community programs, and thank you for watching Inject Creativity Live. If you haven't already, be sure to check out the Adobe Creative Educator program, which you can check out below at adobe.ly/ace.
Number of new lightning learning courses and other resources that are now featured on the Adobe for Education YouTube channel and the Adobe Education Exchange.
The most recent update to the Adobe for Education YouTube channel is the new Visible Thinking Routines with Adobe Express. So here is Adobe evangelist Tanya Avrith from the USA to share more.
Here she comes.
Have you ever wondered what was going on inside the minds of your students during a lesson? Thinking routines have multiple pedagogical implications. They can help increase student comprehension, help teachers gain insight into what students think and how they learn, help teachers see and hear student voice, promote self-reflection and cognition in students, create opportunity for collaboration and communication through the sharing of ideas, and above all, help students take agency in their own learning. Okay, let's get creating.
Hi everyone, I'm Tanya Avrith from the Global Education team here at Adobe for Education. I'm so excited that you are watching Inject Creativity Live. Please check us out with the Adobe Creative Educator program and be on the lookout for all the amazing challenges that we have every month. See you soon.
Well, it's always a pleasure to have Adobe Education leader Michelle Dennis with us on the show. She'll be presenting the topic, using libraries to work more efficiently across apps and teams. Now, over to you, Michelle.
Thank you. One of the things that I found is that a lot of people are really into one tool or another. So they might be really into Illustrator or they might be really into Photoshop, but they don't often work efficiently between them. One of the things that I love about using libraries is that with Adobe Creative Cloud Libraries, you can put assets in there and they're available within any of those Adobe apps. So you can start working in Illustrator and very quickly move some of your assets into Adobe XD or Adobe Photoshop. So it helps you work a lot faster. The other really great thing about Adobe Libraries is that once you've built up your library, you can actually share it with other people within your workplace, within your school, or even within your class. So for example, if you wanted to really challenge your students by giving them a set of different assets and asking them to see what they can create from it, you can create a library, give it to them, and then get them to remix and use those images in different ways in Photoshop. And it's just so easy. They don't have to download 5 different files. They just need one Adobe library invitation. So let me show you how it works. At the moment, I'm in Illustrator. Illustrator is one of those programs that looks really hard when you first look at it, but actually becomes your favorite tool really, really quickly. I'm just going to go up to the window view here, and you can see there's a million things that you can look at. But what I want to look at today is that libraries view. And when I go into libraries, and I might zoom in just to see so that you can see it a little bit better. Excuse me for a moment. There we go. Let's zoom in a bit more. There we go. That's much better, isn't it? So up here, you can see that I've got my libraries, and within that, I've got all sorts of different assets. So I've got students, I've got fonts, and I've got logos. I've even got colors. So that's one of the really cool things with my library is it can contain a whole heap of different things. It doesn't have to be just one thing. It doesn't have to be just pictures. You can put your whole style guide in there and make sure that everything that you do is consistent. I'm going to start in Adobe Illustrator pulling together my library. So you can see I'm in a library I've got called the Haileybury Style Guide. Now, this is a library that I've shared with my whole team to make it easier for them to create things that look like they belong to the school. You can create as many libraries as you want. So you can see I've got thinking routines one, which is why that previous promo got me very excited. I love using Adobe products with thinking routines. I've got a whole heap of different ones. I'm going to actually, you can click on the plus to create a new library. I'm actually going to create something within my Haileybury Style Guide. The document I've got open is actually a set of postcards about teacher pedagogy. One of the things that I got told by our teaching and learning team is they wanted to create a playbook of all the different ways that we use different evidence-based approaches within our school. And I wanted to visually show it. So I created in Illustrator a series of postcards to share with teachers. And I want to be able to use this across a whole lot of different other things. Like, for example, I have an online learning course and I want it to feel the same. So I'm going to set up a library of all those assets that I think are going to be really useful and share it with my team. So inside my Haileybury Style Guide, I'm going to start by creating a new folder. So I'm going to go to this folder button here. So here we go again with the zoom in, just to make it a little bit clearer for you. There we go. And I'm just going to go to this plus button here to add a new, the folder button there to add a new folder. I'm going to go up to where that folder is. It's going to be asking me to name it. And I'm going to name it Brilliant Series, because it's going to be another way for me to share the Brilliant Series with my team. Anything that I want to add, I can drag and drop in there. So for example, I use these graphics quite a bit. They're kind of like a way for me to highlight different things in a creative way, so it feels like watercolors. So I'm going to grab this element here and I'm just going to drag it into the Brilliant Series group, and it's going to be uploaded now to the cloud, and now I can access it in any other program. But I don't want just that graphic to be there. I might rename that in a moment because that is a terrible name. But I also want this kind of font face because I use it a lot. So I did a lot of work going, what do we want this font to look like? What colors do we want to use? So I want to add that within that folder, Brilliant Series folder as well. So I'm just going to go to the plus button, and then I'm going to say I want to add my character style. Again, it's going to pull it down here and not put it in that group. I'm going to drag that back up there. Thank you. And I'm going to put that inside my Brilliant Series. So now my Brilliant Series folder has got that graphic and it has that text, that character style. The other character style is this subheading here. So you can see I use that font quite a bit. So I might add that one in there as well. So I'm going to select it, go to plus, character style, and drag that in there. Up we go. There we go. Fantastic. So I'm starting to build that. Now, the next thing I might want to do is put together some colors. When you're putting colors together in Illustrator, we normally go to Window, and then I use the swatches view to navigate and put my colors together. So you can see I've got a whole lot of folders here with colors. I'm going to add a new folder here. I'm going to call this folder Brilliant Series. And then I'm going to start adding some colors in here. So, for example, that's kind of orangey brown. I'm going to add that in there. And I can add other colors as well. So I might change my swatches around and add that lovely Haileybury purple in there as well. Put that in that group. There we go. So you can start building all those colors together. I might add a white and any other colors. Let's see. Maybe I might grab one of these darker purples as well. That might be a good one to put in there. So I just press the plus button. Okay. And pull that into my folder. So I'm starting to get some colors in there. Once I've got my folder of colors together, the Brilliant series colors, I can then add them to my library by using this button here. So that looks like a little arrow. And now those colors are inside my library, and I can just drag that into the folder up the top. There we go. So my Brilliant series now has 2 fonts. It's got a couple of colors, and it's got a couple of graphics as well. You can just keep on going with that. I won't, because I do have limited time, and I know Tim will pop in and cut me off if I'm not careful. So then I can go to Illustrator, and inside Illustrator, again, I've got a library tool right on this left-hand side here. I'm going to go into my style guide, and there they are. My colors are there, my fonts are there, even that graphic is there, ready to be dragged in, manipulated, and moved around. So that's all very, very easy to use. Inside your whichever program you're in, so I'm in Photoshop at the moment, you can then go to this little plus button, and you can click on the plus to add other people to your library. So I can click on this plus here and say, I want to invite someone very special into my library, and they will have access to all those files, so they can use them inside any Adobe product as well. So it's very, very easy to use. It makes your life so much faster, and it also means that you can make sure that everyone's making things look the same. They've all got the same fonts, they've all got the same colors, they've all got the same graphics. And I can see you back, Tim.
Yeah, Michelle, that's amazing. It's so good. It's something I don't use a lot of myself, because I don't tend to design with teams, but a lot of people do. And it's so good to encourage students and teachers to work with libraries. And also, if you go into Adobe Express now, you can access the same libraries as long as you're logged into the same account. So it's right throughout the whole environment of Adobe. So libraries is a wonderful tool. It's about time we ran a demo and a session on libraries. So thank you so much, Michelle. Well done.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
We're going to hear from Brian Johnsrud now, one of our leaders in the global Adobe education team.
Hello, welcome from Adobe's Global Education team, and thanks for watching Inject Creativity Live. If you're looking for more inspiration, learning, or resources, come join us at the Adobe Education Exchange at edx.adobe.com.
Brian, and we currently have over 1,066,784 teachers who have joined the Adobe Education Exchange, and over 1,700 Australian and New Zealand teachers who have enrolled in at least level 1 of the Adobe Creative Educator course on the Adobe Education Exchange, with over 54,500 globally who have enrolled.
If you'd like to be guided through level 1, we are running the Be a Creative Educator course on almost a monthly basis. So look up adobe.ly/creative educator for more information, and share this site with your colleagues in wider education networks. The next opportunity is on Tuesday, the 16th of August at 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time.
Of course, if you look up adobe.ly/ACE, you can do the Creativity for All course on the Adobe Education Exchange at any time on demand to get your ACE Level 1 badge. We've already heard from Tanya. Let's hear from Claudio now.
Hi there, it's Claudio from the Adobe Global EDU team. Thanks for watching Inject Creativity Live. If you haven't already, join the Adobe Creative Educator program.
Facebook, and you're not already a member of the Australasian Adobe Education Community Facebook group, please join via facebook.com/groups/AUSAEL.
Join us and keep regularly involved with Adobe in education and the wider community.
We have a monthly newsletter called the Adobe in Education Update Australasia.
Complete the contact form via adobe.ly/contact-edu-APAC if you don't already get this publication each month, and join the email list.
It's time for a bit of background music. Let's see if that's going to start playing. I don't know if you can hear that. I can't hear it yet, so hopefully it's going to start playing. Oh, you can hear it. Good.
Loud and clear.
Oh, I can. And Jerry back. Brett's not with us at the moment, so we'll just bring Michelle and Jerry. Let's bring Tim back as well with us onto the screen if we can. Jerry, Brett's back with us now, so bring the whole gang up. Michelle, thank you so much for your contribution to this episode. Any last words of wisdom from you, Michelle?
Oh, I would say add a bit of colour to your life and don't wear Melbourne black.
Brett, any closing words from you?
I will see you at EduTech.
Terrific. Our next Inject Creativity Live event will feature an Adobe Illustrator demo from Adobe Education leader Kenneth Chinbury.
For those who've joined live, stay on this link. Do not go away for the recording of that episode, and then stay on for the fireside chat with Michelle and Brett.
Thank you, Erin and Jerry and Tim Cosgrove for helping me to put this show together. And a very special thank you to Tim, who's got up extra early this morning in Canada, for being involved. And thank you to everyone who's joined us live at the moment. And the next opportunity to join us for a recording of Inject Creativity Live will be on Wednesday, the 17th of August at, we've got the wrong date there on the banner, so we'll quickly hide that banner, Jerry. There we go. Wednesday, the 17th of August at 5 p.m. with special guest Adobe Education leader Joel Aarons, who many of you will know. And of course, Brett is coming back to us for a proper full 10-minute demo during that recording. So it'll be worth coming back just to see him.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and we'll see you at the next episode.
Give us a wave, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Let's see if Rob the Robot can close out for us.
Thank you for watching this episode of Inject Creativity Live. If you are not watching this live, join us live next time. Use this QR code or link to find out about dates and topics. And use this QR code and link to find out about other Adobe in Education professional learning opportunities. On behalf of the Adobe in Education team, keep being creative. Welcome to the Inject Creativity Live Show. My name is Rob the Robot from the Adobe Education team. This is a free online show for primary, secondary and post-secondary educators interested in enhancing digital literacy, communication and creativity in the teaching and learning process. Here are your hosts, Dr. Tim Kitchen and Erin Rathke.
Hello, everyone. Thank you.
Gosh. We got there. We're having all sorts of technical. Well, I'm having all sorts of technical issues at the moment. And do you know what, Erin? I did a speed check just before, and I'm getting really good internet. So I don't know what the issue is after 2 restarts. Anyway, that's what
Gremlins.
happens.
So, welcome to Inject Creativity Live.
This is a show based on creativity for all in education with a focus on Adobe tools. Even if we haven't got the technology working well, we still have a great message for you. And welcome, Erin.
Thanks, Tim, and welcome to everyone who's joined us live and is watching on demand via the Adobe for Education YouTube channel or the Australasian Adobe for Education Facebook group for this, the 72nd episode of Inject Creativity Live, recorded in August of 2022.
For those of you who are with us live, we do encourage you to say hi, share where you are from, and add comments throughout the show.
We have Tim Cosgrove from Canada in the background monitoring our chat, and he will share the most relevant comments as they come in.
Let's start this episode with an acknowledgement of country. We respect and honour all Indigenous people from the lands we reach out to during this event. We acknowledge their stories, traditions and living cultures. We acknowledge them as the first educators and the first creatives, and we commit to building a brighter future together. Coming to you from Wurundjeri land in the Kulin Nation, otherwise known as Melbourne, Victoria, Australia.
And I'm coming to you from the country of the Jagera, Yugara and Dugurapul people from around the area, otherwise known as Brisbane, Queensland, Australia.
Let's welcome our techie whiz and Adobe Senior Customer Success Manager, Jerry Wong, to the stage. Hello, Jerry.
Hi, everyone. I'm coming to you from the home of the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, otherwise known as Sydney, New South Wales. During this episode, we will be hearing from Adobe Education leader Kenneth Shinnebury with an amazing Adobe Illustrator demo.
Tim's going to share a quick Adobe Express tip.
I'm hoping to. We'll see how we go with the technology. We'll be promoting the APAC Adobe Education Summit in September.
We'll also be sharing a number of Adobe-related education resources and professional learning opportunities for you to take back to your schools, universities, and other places of learning.
We do hope you enjoy this episode.
And if you do, please share it with your colleagues and wider education networks via the Adobe for Education YouTube channel.
Let's hear from Rob the Robot.
Now it's time for a quick Inject Creativity Live Adobe Express tip.
Did you notice that Rob the Robot had COVID when we recorded that little stinger?
Yeah, he's a little bit snorky, just like a little bit snorky. And also, Tim, speaking of like snorkiness in the internet or whatever it is that's crawled into the system this evening, your delay has increased to about 3 to 4 seconds.
Oh dear, it's just getting worse, isn't it? There you go. Oh well, let's see what the recording is like in the end. Often the delays that we're seeing live actually don't come up in the recordings. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. Hey, look, what I wanted to share with you is a great website. In fact, I might get you to share your screen if you don't mind, Aaron. We'll put you on the spot here. And I know you're part of the Express Insiders group on Facebook, aren't you? Look what I wanted to.
I absolutely can do that. I will just get rid of some of the flotsam and I can pull up the background there. So you wanted the Adobe for Education Facebook group.
Yeah, if you can look it up.
Or the Adobe Insiders. Which one were you wanting?
The Adobe Insiders.
Okay, I can pull that up for you right now. So I'm just grabbing the link from inside there.
Adobe Express Insiders.
Yes, formerly known as Adobe Spark Insiders.
Yes.
There we are.
Lovely. This is an amazing group, and you've been part of it for a little while. Look at the numbers there, 87,000, just over 87,000 members. And every time I go into
I was one of the first couple of 100 people to join, I think.
Yeah, one of the foundation members almost. There's always inspiration there as we scroll through and have a look at some of the comments and chats that have come in there. And I just love it because I'm picking up new ideas and new inspiration about how to use Adobe Express, but more importantly, how it is actually being used by teachers around the globe. Plus a bit of advertising, it looks like, as well, but maybe not.
Yeah.
I haven't seen those yet. But there you go. That's all part of working with the Facebook. What's some of the great inspiration you've had by working with that particular group there, Erin?
Well, one of the things that I have quite enjoyed about the Insiders group here on Facebook is that you get to see a lot of the examples of things that people create either for their own personal use, as Tim mentioned. Sometimes the Express Insiders include things that people create for their own small businesses, but often you will also see some examples of some work that have been done with teachers. So teachers internationally will express appreciation, will share ideas, will collaborate, ask for input from others about the kinds of creations that they're doing. And you often will see in this group iterative processes of someone posting something and then they'll get some input from others and then they'll post a tweak or another tweak or 5 different options and people will vote, 1 and 5 is my favorite for these reasons. And there's that really wonderful creative process of, there isn't you doing it. There's no mistakes that anybody makes. It's all, largely that wonderful community spirit of people coming through and saying, oh, hey, I really like what you've done here. Have you thought about only having 2 colors instead of 5? Or I recommend this particular shape that I've seen in Express. It would really, unify your design. And it's really, really great to see.
And you can see the link there, facebook.com/groups/Adobe Express Insiders, and we recommend that you join. Let's hear from Clara, who's going to be promoting our summit coming up in September.
Clara here from the Adobe Education team. I lead our global education community programs, and I'm excited to see you at the APAC Adobe Education Summit.
Thank you, Clara. Gee, I hope that was smooth because it just didn't look smooth from my end at all, but I'm looking forward to looking back at the recording. Thanks, Clara, for promoting the 2022 APAC Adobe Education Summit, which is happening on Wednesday, the 28th of September, a school holiday period for most of you in Australia.
Tim explains more in this upcoming clip.
I might avoid the clip. We've played the clip on a few different occasions on this show, so you've probably seen that many times. But one thing I will recommend is before you do come to the summit this year, I'm encouraging those of you who are living in Australia to go to SBS On Demand and look up the show Finding Creativity.
So one of the main stars of this amazing documentary on creativity is our keynote presenter for the summit, Dr. Tim Paxton, who, as Tim Kitchen mentioned in the clip that we have broadcast previously, is Australia's leading researcher in the area of creativity and innovation.
Do you know what, Erin? I had the delight of spending pretty much most of the day last Thursday with Dr. Tim Paxton, interviewing him on camera for some content that we're creating for the Adobe for Education YouTube channel. 10 years on from when we interviewed Sir Ken Robinson, because I think Tim Paxton is kind of like the Australian version of Sir Ken Robinson, with the amount of thought and research that he has done in the area of creativity in education. He's certainly Australia's leader in that particular area. So looking forward to having him as a keynote.
Yeah, what a wonderful and flattering comparison for him, because, Sir Ken Robinson was a juggernaut in that area. So Finding Creativity is a beautifully produced documentary on creativity, and both Tim and I recommend that you give it a watch.
And we're going to hear from Dr. Tim Paxton. If I can find his little clip, he's going to give us a little promo, here he is, about the summit coming up.
Hi everyone, my name's Dr. Tim Paxton, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you at the APAC Adobe Education Summit.
Well, there you go. I didn't hear any of that, but hopefully you guys did.
It was
did you
fine.
hear that? Excellent. Good to see. Oh dear, it's one of those shows. Hey, we recently launched a new resource that maps Adobe Education Exchange teaching resources to the Australian curriculum, called School Projects and Lesson Ideas with Adobe.
So please look up adobe.ly/AC-projects. That's projects with an S, to make the most of this new resource and share it with your colleagues.
And we've already had a quick demo of this in previous shows, but look up and you can. I actually had a meeting with Akara. I meet with Akara once a term with a whole lot of people who do similar roles to me in different companies. It's just wonderful to see Akara reaching out to industry to make sure that the curriculum is relevant, and we're having those regular cadence of meetings together. And in the last meeting, I actually shared this resource with all of those people who were part of that committee. And it was terrific to see that we're engaging with the curriculum as much as teachers have to, but to see Akara engaging with us in industry as well. That's really pleasing.
That's so positive.
You know, Tacey Trowbridge, he's also a global leader in our education team. She will be part of our summit coming up in September, and she's got a little word for you now.
Hi, I'm Tacey Trowbridge, head of Adobe's Thought Leadership and Advocacy. Thanks for watching Inject Creativity Live. And if you're excited about creativity, take a listen to the Creative Educator Podcast.
Fortunately, I am actually hearing the very last second of the stinger, so I know when to come in, hopefully on time. Oh dear. You have noticed a number, or you may have noticed a number of new Lightning Learning courses on, and other resources that are now featured on the Adobe Education YouTube channel and the Adobe Education Exchange.
So one of these courses is titled Building Community in Any Class with Adobe Express. So here is Adobe evangelist Martin Cisneros, there we go, from the US to share more.
We didn't get a chance to rehearse that particular line, did we, because of the issues we're having?
It caught me out. It's fine. Sorry, Martin.
And I think it's Martine too, but that's okay. If we had a chance to rehearse, I would have told you that. Here he is now.
Whether you're getting ready for back to school or needing to bond in the middle of the school year, community building in any classroom is the key to student success. Research shows that when an educator creates a classroom community activity, students benefit in myriad of ways. In a classroom where students feel valued and heard, students tend to take more academic risk, students become more collaborative, and will foster positive relationships with their peers. Students who feel welcome will take an ownership of their school environment and their learning. You ready? Let's get creating.
It was lovely to meet Martine in April this year. I had the opportunity of being in San Francisco for a week with the new Adobe Education evangelists that have joined the team and helping to train them in the work that they're doing, the amazing work that they're doing. And you've met most of them now pretty much on all the Lightning Learning courses. And so we're looking forward to hearing more from them in the future. Adobe Illustrator is one of Adobe's most popular applications for graphic designers.
And Tim recently caught up with Adobe Education leader Kenneth Shinebury for this Adobe Illustrator demo.
And I'm going to go and share a video file and just have my fingers crossed at the same time, hoping that this will all just magically work, because we are having a few little issues at this end. And let's hopefully get this video underway with Ken Shinebury any second now. Any second now.
Drum roll. Looks good, Tim. I can see it loading.
All the way from Europe with me today on the show. Ken has a background in advertising and education out of New York City, but since 2012 he's been working in Europe, and he's currently working at the Digital Careers Institute in Germany. I'm just going to pause it at the moment.
I was about to say, Tim, I'm just going to pause that because the video isn't coming through, although I can mostly hear the audio.
I'm going to let it play, and what we'll end up doing, because we've only got a handful of people with us live watching this, I'm going to actually insert it later on in post-production for the actual finished product. So those who are watching live, hopefully it'll warm itself up and get running. But there is a longer version of this clip too, and you'll see the link to that appear in this clip, hopefully. We'll just let it play and see what happens. He's an influencer. He's very prominent on the Adobe Education Exchange, and he's a regular Behance live streamer every Sunday through DYC Studios. Welcome, Ken.
Hi, thank you for having me.
It's great to have you. So tell us, Ken, first question, how long have you been using Adobe tools for?
Oh, God, quite a while. I hate to date myself. I started using Adobe Photoshop back in 1994, which is pretty crazy. So I've seen all the...
I'm just going to pause it for a second there. Erin, it's not looking anything like presentable to me.
Yeah, I can't see any of the content, Tim, but I can hear the audio. So it's almost like you boys are just thumbnails up on the screen, but I can hear what you're talking about.
So it's not just me. I thought it might have been just me. So in the post-production, I'll be able to bring it in. I'm going to try one more thing for those who are with us live, because we've got a few people live. It's hard to tell how many people we've actually got live. I'm only seeing a feed from one particular source. And often when I go back and have a look at the recordings soon afterwards, we've actually had about 30 or 40 people that I didn't even realize were with us live. So thank you for everyone who has joined us live. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up that particular clip in QuickTime and see if it plays any better by sharing my screen rather than sharing the video through StreamYard. And if that doesn't work...
A wonderful example of the iterative process.
All right, so I'm just finding that exact video, the short version of it, which should start to open up in QuickTime for me. I'm going to close down the video file itself and open up my shared screen.
Yep, I see a Google homepage, Tim.
Good, and of course with the technical issues that I'm having, it's taking a little while to open up QuickTime, but in the post-production I'll make sure it looks amazing and it fits in nicely. If QuickTime doesn't open up in the next couple of seconds, we're just going to give it a miss and get you to watch the
Otherwise, Tim, if you had the link to the full version of the video handy, if you popped it through to me in our chat, I would be able to play a little bit of it from my end and see if it's any smoother.
Well, let's give this a go. I've just got the QuickTime version up there now.
Yep, seen.
And let's get that in full screen. And let's see if this plays any better.
I'll take myself off the stage to save bandwidth, Tim. Got no audio, Tim. So when you shared, did you share to include system audio?
So we're getting no audio, is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay, one thing after another. So let's remove and share screen again, maybe. No.
Yeah, there's just for you out there is a little tick box within. That's a very small tick box that we have to do to include system audio when we share our screens. Obviously, we don't want that active most of the time because we don't want little notifications popping up in the background to distract you lovely people while we're sharing.
Except that's only a Windows thing, Erin, and on a Mac, I don't have that little tick box. So I'm just sharing my screen again, and just tell me if you're hearing audio now. I'll start playing it.
I do not hear
okay.
you speaking.
That's all right. We're going to totally give up on that idea. And sorry, folks who are with us live, you'll have to watch the recording to see that magnificent interview. And of course, Kenneth Shinnebury, if you're watching all the way from Germany, I apologize that we weren't able to get you on live to air, but we'll fix that up in post-production and it'll look amazing. So look forward to that. Let's have a listen to Tanya Avrith from our global team.
Hi everyone, I'm Tanya Avrith from the Global Education team here at Adobe for Education. I'm so excited that you are watching Inject Creativity Live. Please check us out with the Adobe Creative Educator program and be on the lookout for all the amazing challenges that we have every month. See you soon.
Interesting how she mentioned about the monthly challenges. I've actually been censoring a few of them because a lot of the challenges have been very much North American related about the start of the school year coming up. We're enjoying our summer when it's actually winter and so on. So I haven't been pushing those monthly challenges, but if you've seen them, you know what she was talking about there. We currently have over 1,700 Australia and New Zealand teachers who are part of, and I've kind of lost access to everything now. This is going really well. Here we go. Who have enrolled in at least level 1 of the Adobe Creative Educator course, and close to 56,000 who have enrolled globally.
So if you'd like to be guided through level 1, Tim and I run a Be a Creative Educator course on almost a monthly basis. So look up adobe.ly/creative educator. That link is in the chat for you all for more information, and please share this site with your colleagues and wider education networks. The next opportunity to join us is on Tuesday, the 16th of August, 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time.
Of course, if you look up adobe.ly/ACE, you can do the Creativity for All course on the Adobe Education Exchange at any time on demand to get your ACE Level 1 badge.
The Creativity for All course is one of the many great on-demand courses on the Adobe Education Exchange.
And let's have a listen to Claudio, who actually is running some of those Lightning Learning courses on the Adobe Education Exchange.
Hi there, it's Claudio from the Adobe Global EDU team. Thanks for watching Inject Creativity Live. If you haven't already, join the Adobe Creative Educator program.
Next Adobe Teach Meets is happening on Thursday, the 18th of August.
Adobe Teach Meets are a great opportunity to spend quality time with an Adobe expert to learn a particular app and how it can be used in the classroom.
There are up to 5 different Adobe and Education workshop topics that are available as options at every Teach Meet session.
So please look up adobe.ly/teachmeets to find out more, register and share this unique professional learning opportunity with your colleagues.
You're watching Inject Creativity Live with Tim Kitchen and Erin Raithke.
If you are on Facebook and you're not already a member of the Australasian Adobe Education Community Facebook group, please join via facebook.com/groups/AUSAEL.
Join us and keep regularly involved with Adobe and Education and the wider community.
We have a monthly newsletter that is reaching, well, technically just about 50,000, but realistically, when we look at the stats, 31,000 teachers actually get access and open up this newsletter, which is really exciting to think that we've actually got such a good reach. And that's amazing in this region of the world.
So complete the contact form at adobe.ly/contact-edu-APAC, that's APAC, if you don't already get this publication each month, and join the email list.
I think it's time for some very familiar music. And hopefully that's working. I can hear it in the background. Let's bring Jerry back up onto the screen, and we'll bring Tim Cosgrove up as well. Our next Inject Creativity Live event, episode 74, will feature Victorian Adobe Education leader Joel Ahrens.
And episode 75 will feature Adobe Education leader emeritus Brett Salakis.
And I have lost access again to everything.
So we will be recording these episodes on Wednesday the 17th of August at 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time via the Adobe for Education YouTube channel. So please join us live if you can. And for those watching live, get ready to move to adobe.ly/edu-meet-APAC for our brief fireside chat on a platform that will hopefully be a bit kinder to Tim, who's been an absolute trooper through this episode.
Good save, Erin. Well done. Thank you. And thank you to Erin and to Jerry and to Tim for putting this together. We've got Rob the Robot, who's going to do an official sign-off of this particular episode. So give us all a wave, guys, before Rob the Robot takes over. See you later, everyone.
Cheers.
Thank you for watching this episode of Inject Creativity Live. For those who are watching live, join us now via adobe.ly/edu-meet-APAC for an informal, non-recorded fireside chat to meet and interact with our presenters and other audience members. During this informal chat, you will be able to complete the feedback form and apply for a professional development certificate. If you are not watching this live, join us live next time. Use this QR code or link to find out about dates and topics. And use this QR code and link to find out about other Adobe in Education professional learning opportunities. On behalf of the Adobe in Education team, keep being creative.